We're going to give you two from this one, the big one here on Thursday, English League Cup, Man City, Liverpool. Here's pick one.
Okay, these are two sides that had a lot of players in the World Cup. But some of their best players, if not the best players in these two sides, were not in the World Cup. And we're talking about Salah from Liverpool and Haaland from Manchester City. Now, while everybody was watching the World Cup, they were also watching the World Cup. And you have to understand that, the ego or the ambition of these two players is so high. They're two of the best players in the world, and they weren't even in the World Cup. So, what's going to happen when they meet against each other in a cup match right after the World Cup? They're surely going to want to prove themselves. And I'm picking Salah to score any time at plus 210. Now, the guy has been very, very good against Manchester City in 17 matches against them across all competitions. He scored 10 goals and assisted 5 times. So, you know that he's always out there, either scoring or assisting. So, the price is at plus 210. It's rather high because it's because they're up against Manchester City, who have a solid defense, and B, because Salah is not having the best of seasons so far. But I still think it's a very high price for a player of his caliber, who's proven to be able to hurt this Manchester City defense, year in and year out. So I like Salah to score anytime at plus 210.
Let's get his best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. The big one here on Thursday, English League Cup. We got Manchester City and Liverpool. He likes Salah to score anytime. The return is plus 210. All right, you guys are tuned to Soccer Picks Daily. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a recap here at the end of the show. All right, Paul, now it's time for pick two from this one, Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah, the second play is another goal scorer. As I said, Haaland is also, one of the top strikers in the world right now. He's very young, so he's gonna leave a mark in world soccer. He already, he's already breaking a lot of records. So he was also out of the World Cup because Norway didn't qualify. He's been sitting at home watching the World Cup, just a little bit jealous because it's normal to see the best competition in the world and not being able to participate in it. And then 5 days later, you get to play in a match against a very strong opponent. So he's going to be really fired up to prove himself. And I think Haaland to score anytime is one of the most profitable bets you could make all season. And price is usually minus 150, minus 160, minus 200, depending on the opponent. Now you can find it at minus 117. So I think that's a fair price for one of the top strikers in the world to score anytime against Liverpool.
All right, there you go. Paul Lagouretos, get his best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. English League Cup action for Thursday, Man City and Liverpool. He likes Haaland to score anytime. The return is minus 117. All right, you guys are tuned to Soccer Picks Daily. Here with you Monday through Friday at 2:15 Eastern Time. Be live with us by subscribing and setting those notifications. Paul, before we get here to the recap, once everybody know what you have going over at Tony'sPicks.com. We flash these great records here: 48, 23, and 8, last 79 best bet premiums. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can verify those numbers when you go over to Paul's handicapping page. You'll check it there. All right, we have action here, as we said. We have action from the Cups here, from England and from Spain, leading up until the day after Christmas with the Big Five. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I have a couple of plays. You can buy them just as individual packages for later tonight in the Copa del Rey. Matches start in about 30 minutes from now. Tomorrow I have a big game alert, Liverpool versus Manchester City. I have a play there. It's a best bet, of course. 48 and 23 and 8 pushes. So it's been going really nice with these best bets. And I have a $15 bet for tomorrow. Again, it's a play in the Spanish Copa del Rey. You can get for just $15. But if you buy a weekly pass, you'll get all these plays. You'll get all the Monday plays, which is the APL, of course. And we got midweek matches in France as well. We got Spain coming up, the league. So there's a lot of soccer going on during the holiday season. And let's make some money together.
Let's make some money indeed, guys. Get up over with Paul Lagouretos. We flashed that best bet numbers. Has been outstanding here from Paul Lagouretos. You see 48, 23, and 8 last 79 best bets. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, today we're over on the site right now. You'll be able to find a big game alert here from Paul. Liverpool and Man City. Get that as a best bet. Of course, these are in orange, so they're profit guarantee one-day passes, individual plays here, which means if they must win or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits, that is profit guarantee. Also, that $15 premium play at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, $15 featured bet there from Paul. So 2 big plays right now from Paul Lagouretos. Or as Paul was mentioning, get the long-term pass. You want to try them out for 7 days, go for it. We got the remainder of these cups here going on here from England and Spain, and then we get right into the Big Five, starting with EPL there on the 26th, and of course throughout the midweek action. So your 7-day pass will get you all of Paul's premium plays for 7 days. Of course, it will also include the late Steam plays. I showed you late Steam earlier there. Any pick that Paul puts in the system that begins between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, that play is emailed to you directly. That's the only play we email directly. The rest of them are you got to get from the member area. But the late Steam will be emailed to you. So Paul likes to look at the lineups. Of course, right now we're coming back from this long break. Who's fit, who's not? We're going to find out as these rosters are put up there into place. Maybe it's the holiday season. Too much of that eating. We got to get these guys in shape for the games here. So check it out there over at Tony's Picks and get that 7-day all sports pass from Paul. And of course, you'll get his late Steam plays. Of course, you could use that promo code here, Tony T, at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Paul's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Then you click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. When you do that, you'll land right on Paul's handicapper page, and then scroll down to the top of the page. You'll see the best bets up here for you in orange, and then the longer term passes are down here. We mentioned the 7-day pass, but you can even go longer if you like, even up to a 30-day, up to a year as well. A lot of action here from then we get into Champions League and you name it there with that 1-year pass, MLS, South America. Of course, we know about the Big Five as well. So year-round action there with these long-term passes. Of course, that promo code TonyT will save you 20% off. All right, let's continue here on Soccer Picks Daily, joined by Paul Lagouretos. And Paul, it is now time to recap.
Okay, the first 3 plays are Copa del Rey plays for Thursday, starting on 1 p.m. Eastern. Casereno versus Girona. We're going to take both teams to score plus 150. Moving on at 3 p.m. Eastern, in a match between Arenteiro and Atletico Madrid, we're going to take the under 3 goals at minus 115. 3 p.m. Eastern again, Real Oviedo versus Granada. We're going to take the under 2 goals at minus 135. And moving on to a big game, which, by the way, I have a best bet on. Manchester City versus Liverpool, 3 p.m. Eastern. We got Salah to score anytime at plus 210. And we got Haaland to score anytime at minus 117.
There you go. You got the 5-pack there from Paul Lagouretos here for action Thursday at Copa del Rey and English League Cup. But to get Paul's best bets, be sure to click the link you see in the description. Then click the All Cappers tab and then get signed up and land on his profile page and get those best bets up there right now on the board from Paul for Thursday action. Of course, you can also get the longer term passes. That would be your best bet there. And use that promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save that 20% off. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Soccer Picks Daily. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow live here at 2:15 each time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in Paul. We'll get you 5 picks here from the show. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to guys. You guys make a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Soccer Picks Daily.